coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our weekdays coffee break. Today's tidbit, and joining us in the studio, Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Hi, SJ.
Angela?
Yes.
What is our tidbit today? Got you all riled up, and then throw you a curveball there.
No, why don't you ask me questions these days?
What am I, we talk so much after the show. I really don't know what to ask you. What do you want me to ask you?
I don't know.
How's your day?
Fine,
Okay.
thank you. And you?
Sometimes I run out of... Actually, you know what it is
What did you ask the listeners today?
do they prefer guys, sons or daughters?
Oh.
Do you...
I mean, I guess I prefer a daughter since I won.
Is that that's not how it goes, does it? But no, legitly though. If you were to become a mom later on, would you prefer a son or a daughter?
I like to have both, but if that's not possible, a daughter.
You're sorry, like one child and it would be a daughter.
Yeah.
Is there a specific reason?
Because you know, I have a good relationship with my mother, so
Yeah.
I like to have a daughter and be friends with her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't think you can necessarily be friends with your son. Like
You-
you can
you
be
can.
you can be friends with your son, but not with your daughter. I don't.
Yeah, no, because it's interesting you say this because our first child was a son, and then like our second daughter came in, and it was like 5-year difference, right? And so like we loved having Aaron so much that when it came to the second child, my wife, who initially wanted a daughter, she's like, even with the second child, I wanted a son too, right? And I was like, that's cool. I was like, higher chance that I could raise a baseball player because Aaron's not going to turn into a baseball player. He's not. But then my wife, now she's seeing how like it's like the daughters are so pretty and like they can go shopping together
Yeah.
and then they do all sorts of stuff.
Exactly.
And so now she's like, I feel less lonely. So
Yeah.
well, hands are that kid.
I like talking about random stuff. That's why I like today's tidbit as well.
What's today's tip? Is it random?
I guess so.
Okay.
We've discussed Korea's palace on the show a few times.
That's not so random, but
Why
okay.
not?
Because we've talked about it many
Yeah,
times.
but you didn't know I would talk about it today.
I don't. I don't.
Yeah, and they have new events, new additions and renovations so often. I feel, you should make an update every so often.
Sure.
And yeah, so today we're going to talk about Korea's palaces. At this time, Gyeongbokgung, Changdeokgung, and Suwon-Hwasong.
Oh, that's the most recent one I went to.
Really?
Suwon Hwasong, yeah.
When did you go?
You remember when we did Korea Now, and then I forgot his name. He went to Suwon Hwasong, and this whole tour thing.
B. His name started with a B.
Does it start with a B?
Bunli.
Oh yeah, that's right, Bunli,
Yes.
right. And then I took my son because he's
Yeah.
like big into like castles and stuff like that. And so yeah, that's the last one I went.
Yeah, and so they have a lot of events happening in time for the end of summer and at the start of fall. So I think it's a good time to bring it up.
All right, so let's go in order here. Start off
Yeah.
with Gyeongbokgung.
Okay, right. One of the big highlights this season is the return of the 생과방 program, running from September 3rd to November 3rd.
What's this henggukabang? Is
So-
that like a dish?
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Good guess. So 생과방, you really don't read the script, do you?
No, I don't go into the show reading the script. I don't.
Yeah, so 생과방 was the royal kitchen that prepared special treats for the king. And, this program lets, people, commoners, experience royal desserts and herbal teas in the same spirit.
Okay, so that the reason why I said is it a dish is because hengwa, it sounds like a dessert, right?
Yes,
that you would eat, and then
exactly.
pang would be room, and it's a kitchen. Then
Exactly.
okay,
Exactly.
So you actually eat like a royalty.
Yeah, you do. So participants get a beautifully prepared set of 6 royal snacks and 1 traditional tea. For example, you can choose between a chuak set, which is chewy rice cakes and preserved fruits, or a kokgamsam set, which includes dried persimmons wrapped around nuts, and tongwa, which are Korean traditional desserts. And teas range from omija tea to the famous jehuta. Have you heard about this?
No.
So this is written about in the the 동의보감, famous, book, traditional
medical
Korean
book, yeah.
yes. And it says it's a great cure for summer heat exhaustion.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've heard about omijacha. It's
I like that.
5 different flavors
Yes.
in the tea, but jeocha is the first one. It sounds good. We're familiar with the drill now. How do people join?
So it's by lottery this time as well. You apply through specific links, and if you win, you can reserve up to 2 spots per person. Tickets cost 15,000 won per person, and each session is 70 minutes long with 4 time slots a day, except on Tuesdays when the palace is closed.
I feel like when it comes to like food,
Yeah.
desserts, like it'll be popular. Like the demand must be high.
Yes, very high, but they have special phone reservations for seniors over the ages of 65, disabled visitors or national patriots, and of course leftover tickets open for first come first serve starting August 27th. So, even if you've missed out on, the lottery, you don't have to lose hope.
So chances are, Angela, that I'm probably not going to go to this. So what is the actual experience like?
So I asked a friend who was lucky enough to go previously.
Okay.
She said it's not just eating sweets. The atmosphere itself is very calming, very luxurious. And she said it was great to go with her mother. Daughters go with your mothers and, spend quality time. And I also think it would be a great date also. Why not? Okay, you don't agree with that?
I don't know. My wife will. I don't think she'll like me going on dates.
Why
I
not?
am married.
Go on a date with Jesus. SJ.
Anyways,
so
what else
fed
goes
up.
on? What else goes on?
The tea room itself is decorated with traditional crafts made by master artisans. There are bronze turtle jewelry boxes, lacquerware with inlaid mother of pearl, and lotus-themed chests. These are all very traditional Korean crafts, and usually you'd only see these in museum cases, but, for this event, you can sit among them, you can drink tea, take photos, and, it's designed to make traditional culture feel alive and shareable, so go with your wife if you have one.
Oh man, I thought it was good for dates. I don't know. Dates. It's hard to call it a date when you're married now this long. Smart way to bring people closer to heritage too.
Yes, I agree. It's part of a bigger effort to make palaces cultural hubs instead of just static monuments.
Gyeongbokgung is not the only place doing this.
Yeah, so over at Tangdokgung, there's a special exhibition at the National Palace Museum that opened on August 14th, so just last week. It's called 창덕궁의 근사한 벽화, the majestic murals of Tangdokgung, and it brings together 6 giant wall paintings from the palace's inner quarters. Some are as wide as 8 meters it's all together for the first time in 100 years.
Wall paintings?
Yes.
I didn't know the palace interiors were decorated like that.
Yeah, I didn't know either. So, apparently, after a fire in 1917 destroyed much of the palace, they didn't have murals in there. But when the quarters were rebuilt, 6 painters created massive murals showing landscapes like Kumgangsan, phoenixes, cranes, very traditional elements.
Yeah.
And they weren't just decoration. They symbolized prosperity, longevity, and harmony for the royal couple.
Interesting. Okay, and now people can see the originals now.
Yes, after years of conservation, the original works are now displayed in the museum until October 12th, and there's even a media art section where the scenes of mountains, phoenixes, and cranes, come alive in digital projection. So it's the first time visitors can see them all together instead of just replicas inside the palace, and I think that's really cool.
So it's exactly a once-in-a-lifetime chance then.
Yes, absolutely. And, it really connects you to the art history of Korea's last court painters, right before the monarchy ended. And, seeing that new things keep on coming up, you can understand why, updating on some of the oldest buildings on Seoul is important.
All right, there you have it. We'll continue to talk about some of these things you could check out if you want to check out the palaces, artsy-fartsy stuff. This is J-Hope featuring Miguel with Sweet Dreams.
Love you right, love you like that. Yeah. Love you like that. Yeah. Love me right, love my appetite. Double vision Gemini, and it goes like this. Take you home, take you slow till you bite your lip. Got a movie in my mind, and it goes like this. Close curtains, open eyes. Lay down your skin on mine. Leave all the rest to me. Yeah. Sweet dreams come after hours. That's what they do. Nothing that's not allowed. You should never sleep alone. Sleep alone. 'Cause I'll always take you home. Yeah, right. When there's nothing left but diamond necklace on you, girl. I just wanna love it like, love it like, love it like that. Yeah. Love it like, love it like, love it like that. Yeah. Love me right, love me right, love me right back. Yeah. Love me right, love me right, love me right back. You should never sleep alone. 'Cause I'll always take you home. When there's nothing left but diamond necklace on you, girl. You the only cover that I need when I'm cold. You get in my body with my heart and my soul. You light up my life like a diamond. Shining, shining, shining. Yeah. And we might never get to sleep tonight. I give you everything you need tonight. This kind of love I guarantee for life. Dreams gonna be sweet tonight. Sweet dreams come after hours. Nothing that's not allowed. You should never sleep alone. You should let me take you home. Till there's nothing left but diamond necklace on you, girl. I just wanna love it like, love it like, love it like that. Yeah. Love it like, love it like, love it like that. Yeah. Love me right, love me right, love me right back. Yeah. Love me right, love me right, love me right back. You should never sleep alone. 'Cause I'll always take you home. When there's nothing left but diamond necklace on you, girl.
And that was J-Ho featuring Miguel with Sweet Dreams. We've been talking about all the desserts you could check. You could do royal stuff. And as Chris Rhodes says, royalty.
Yeah.
Royalty.
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 Why do the royals like their tea?
Because they're royalties. New things happening at Gyeongbokgung and Changdeokgung. You mentioned the Suwon Hwasong. This is the last place that I checked out. And by the way, if any of you guys go there, there's a lot of really good restaurants nearby too that I really like.
Yeah.
But what's the updates here?
So you've been to Suwon. So you know Suwon has strong ties to King Jeongjo,
King
right?
Jeongjo is responsible for making the Hwasong, yes.
Exactly. So Suwon is launching a fall program called Suwon Hwasong 태평성대 from September 5th to November 1st. 태평성대 means, the era of peace and prosperity. So the program is about reimagining the flourishing era King Jeongjo dreamed of, and there are two main experiences for everyone to do that.
Two main experiences, not one. What are they?
So first, there's Lady Haegyong or Haegyeonggung's royal dessert table. Again, it's called Haegyeongung 궁중 다과체험. So Lady Haegyong was the wife of Crown Prince Sadoseja and the mother of King Jeongjo. She really lived through dramatic times, if you know Korean history, but also left behind detailed memoirs. And in 1795, her 60th birthday banquet was recorded in the Uigwe. And this program recreates that banquet table as a personal dessert set paired with live traditional music. So this is really royal. It's held on Friday and Saturday evenings for small groups of 18 at a time.
I mentioned in one of the openings, I think in the weekend show of Sado, Crown Prince Sado.
Yes.
Very, very controversial
Yes.
Crown Prince. And even more controversial was the casting for the wife of Sado Seja in the movie Sado.
Why?
Because Moon Geon-young was in it. And then she turns old, so you expect her to be replaced to an older.
No, they had special makeup.
They just put
done
special
on.
makeup, and
Yeah.
it's just because she looks very young. It just looked weird.
But this Lady Haegyeonggung's dessert set is very special.
It's special. How special is it?
It's special because you can. It's the 60th. You're essentially experiencing the 60th birthday party of a former queen. So and the second part of what you can experience at Suwon Hwasong right now is a guided night walk of Hwasong, led by local resident actors.
What?
Yeah, so they tell stories of the fortress and the royal family while walking visitors through the historic sites. Each session lasts about 50 minutes, twice a night on Fridays and Saturdays.
I'm just looking up 수원 사는 연예인들. Who are some famous people that 김성규?
Suddenly?
기안84. No, local actors.
Yes.
I was like, I thought it was like actors who live in Suwon. Local actors. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, wow, they put a lot of money into this. They hired actual actors from Suwon. You know, like you know, some people like to tout where they're from.
Yeah.
Like I'm always touting Bumgay.
Like
and Anyang.
Anyang.
Anyang
So
and
like
stuff.
if Anyang had a tour,
I would.
you would do it.
Yes, I would definitely do it. I don't know how much I can show you guys.
It suddenly became a soft PR time.
Yes, but this is really cool. I think this is a lot that goes into here.
It mixes food,
Yeah.
it mixes performance, it mixes history.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, the city is hoping it gives both locals and visitors a new sense of pride and connection, you know, to, you know, King Tongjo's vision as well as, you know, the fortress itself.
Considering what King Cheongjo had to go through with his dad and stuff like that. He is one of the more respected kings
Yes.
of the Joseon dynasty. He's done great things.
Yeah.
This is great. But we had some issues with palaces recently, right?
Yes, so the government, because of that, the government is introducing new rules for photography at royal palaces. You know, past accidents, you know, include, you know, when drama productions damaged Andong's Pyeongsanso원, or more recently when someone drew on the wall of Gyeongbokgung.
yeah.
That was very sad. So the Cultural Heritage Administration is now requiring anyone who wants to film professionally at heritage sites to complete an online course. And, you know, I think this is a good move at a lot of, you know, as a lot of people, including foreigners, you know, visit the palaces to take videos and photos with professional equipment these days.
So this all sounds very tedious, but what's the online course like?
So it's free.
Okay.
It takes only about
Okay.
35 minutes.
Okay.
And, yeah, it covers what heritage is, you know, how to apply for permits, and, you know, what to be careful about before, during, and after filming.
So, like, even if you're making, let's say, a YouTube video, like, you need to know all this.
It would be good to know
Okay.
this. It's open to everyone, and once you pass the test, you even get a certificate. So, you know, you won't have to worry about it while filming. Local governments can also ask for the certificate before approving shoots, so it's good to have one. It's not mandatory per se, but it's a way to protect heritage while still encouraging people to, you know, take creative photos at it as well.
Yeah, I think this seems fair. I mean, like, palaces and heritage sites, I mean, it's beautiful, but at the same time, because of the age,
Yes.
the time, it's very fragile.
Yes, exactly. And, you know, with so many people visiting these days, you know, and especially this fall with a lot of events happening there, it's more important than ever to balance access with preservation.
That's right, guys. Now the weather, it's still kind of hot, but it's gonna turn cooler soon.
Yeah.
Actually, the nights have been not bad.
Yeah, exactly.
The evenings have been pretty good.
To magic.
Yes. Yes. Sometimes I don't believe it, but this time it actually does work.
Yes.
The evenings are so much better. So do check it out. This fall, you can drink royal tea at Gyeongbokgung, see centuries-old murals at the Changdeokgung, take informative walks at the Suwon Hwasang. It's beautiful, guys. It really is.
Yes.
While all learning how to respect and protect these sites.
Good summary.
That's right.
Yeah. So Korea's palaces aren't just, you know, windows to the past anymore. They're living cultural stages for today. And, you know, I really urge anyone to visit. You enjoyed Suwon, so maybe
did.
you'll enjoy Gyeongbokgung as well.
I've been to Gyeongbokgung more than any other palaces because it's like the most like it's right there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like you can't miss it, right? So like you go there every time, like, you know, a guest comes, and now it's just I got to find a new place. And then Hwasang, the Suwon Hwasang is a very underrated place. It's just that you don't see. No, you do see a lot of stuff actually.
I recommend Changgyeonggong. It's very
I've never been there.
It's very intimate, more intimate than the other palaces, I think. I visited that the most.
So should I go on dates?
With your wife, yes.
All right, Angela. Thank you very much for this and also saving my marriage. Have a safe rest of your night. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Sending her out of the studio, let's take a listen to a song here from 백예린 with A Walk, 산책.
baby. 뒤집어봐 이건 가격표 ain't cheap, baby. Stay in your own lane, cause I'm about to swerve. Catch me when you hit my Lamborghini, go vroom, 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 vroom. When we pull up, you know it's a shutdown. 깜판 내리고 문 잠궈 shutdown. Whip it, whip it, whip it, whip it. Whip it, whip it, whip it, whip it. It's black and it's pink once the sun down. When we pull up, you know it's a shutdown. 깜판 내리고 문 잠궈 shutdown.
coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our weekdays coffee break. Today's tidbit, and joining us in the studio, as she always does, Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Hi, SJ.
Angela,
Yes.
today I was a victim
Real.
of gender profiling
Why?
or facial profiling.
Okay.
So if you noticed today, there was a lot of security.
Yeah, there were.
There was a lot of security.
Yeah, I was surprised.
I got stopped like 5 times. I got stopped 5 times. Guys,
Yeah.
I got stopped 5 times. You know what happened to Angela? One of the securities opened the elevator door for her.
He was very gentlemanly. He caught the door for me, and I thought he was like, "Don't ride this," for a moment, and I backed out, and it's like, "Oh no, I'm catching the door for you in case it closes in on you." I was like, "Oh, that's
It's
nice."
green light.
What?
It's green light.
It was a 40-year-old security guard. What are you talking
It
about?
was a green light. It was green light.
No, I was gonna say this. Maybe you were profiled 5 times not because of your gender, but because you look like a certain person from the
Yes,
north.
which is why I also said facial profiling. Because I look like Mr. Kim. You know, I parked in the basement 3rd floor, right? And and then the guy goes, "Can I help you?" I was like, "What?" I was
He
like, "What
was
do you mean?"
being gentlemanly. Maybe he had a thing for you.
No, man. He was all like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, work." He's like, "Who are you?" I was like, "I'm a DJ at the radio
See,
station."
he's getting your profile. He wants to get to know you better.
So romantic. So romantic.
So romantic.
And then I go to, I go to the 1st floor, right? And then I had to drop off something, and another security, I think he was a presidential security. Like, he looks different, right? He's like, "Can I help you?"
So even the higher ups like you.
No, I'm telling you.
All these security guys hitting on you, SJ.
It's the security guys. Maybe I have a thing. I don't know. Do I look like I need to be secured? I don't know what it is. But it was a very interesting moment
It
for me.
was. It was funny today.
It was interesting. Anyways, Miss Greenlight, what's our tidbit today?
When's the last time you've been to Jeju-do Island?
2 years, a little over 2 years ago.
Oh, that long?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it would have been more recent for some
No,
reason.
we don't. Oh no, well, actually, you know what? Let me take that back. I went there last fall. But it was on a business trip.
And you didn't leave the airport.
I didn't leave the airport. I didn't leave the airport, so that's not I don't know if that's considered going to Jeju.
Yeah, sure. You hit Jeju ground.
Yes.
So.
What about yourself?
2020-ish.
You're telling me that I don't go often?
No, but like because I think you travel often, don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I actually
really?
don't. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm talking because do you know like how many tourists have visited Jeju Island this year?
Too many.
Yes.
I don't know. There was a lot. I mean, it has to be very, very
Close.
popular.
As of mid-July, Jeju passed 7 million visitors for the year. That's 7,023,903 people to be exact, and we're not part of them.
Yo, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
And is it like mostly Koreans or foreigners too?
Both. Domestic tourists still make up the majority, about 5.8 million. But, here's the striking part. Foreign tourists reached 1.16 million, up more than 14% from last year. And especially in July, foreign visitors jumped over 40% compared to the same period in 2024.
So, I mean, Jeju's really becoming international. Why the increase, though? I mean, because it was always there.
Yeah, but like several factors are bringing in the income. First, new international direct flights have expanded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And second, cruise tourism is bouncing back. A lot of cruise ships are stopping by Jeju-do Island these days, and I did not know that.
No, I heard about this. The Chinese tourists are big on the cruise ships. Ever since they returned, they're going big on that stuff. So I did hear about this, yeah. And what are some other reasons?
And third, K-content marketing has been very effective abroad. On the other hand, domestic tourism dipped about 9%, due to political unrest earlier in the year and, fewer domestic flights after the plane crash earlier.
Yeah. So so when you talk about like K-contact marketing,
Yes.
talk about like dramas.
Yeah, 폭삭 속았수다 when life gives you tangerines.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. 폭삭 사가스다. Sorry. When life gives you tangerines, right? That was all about
Yes, it was-
Jeju
it
and
was
stuff
on
like that.
Jeju.
So you are saying that things are improving. I feel like for like the past several years now, we've been talking about like the pre-pandemic levels and things
yes.
like that. We are seeing improvements.
Yes, exactly. Since May, the decline has slowed dramatically, only about 4% down in May and even less in June. And local tourism boards are optimistic that both domestic and foreign numbers will rebound strongly in the second half of the year.
So what's Jeju doing to encourage even more visitors to come?
So, a lot of promotions,
Sure.
but did you know this? I didn't. Since June, groups of 15 or more receive 30,000 won per person in local gift certificates when they arrive. I did not know this.
my goodness.
Yes, and families with multiple children or tourists who rent eco-friendly electric cars also get perks like gift cards or duty-free coupons. And airlines too are offering a lot of discount promotions to Jeju because, a lot of people, I think we mentioned this before, but a lot of people are going to Japan or other neighboring countries. They're trying to bring them back to Jeju Island.
Did you say families with multiple children?
Yes.
All right.
Is two multiple considered?
Yes, now it is.
It is.
It is. It used to be
Wow.
3, but now
Yeah.
because of less children, now 3 is 2. We actually have a 다둥이 card now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 2 kids, 다둥이.
Oh, it's changed.
Nice
maybe,
little perks.
Maybe this is your signal to go on a family trip to Jeju.
I'm actually planning to go to Jeju
that's
real
good.
soon. But that does explain the numbers. But I can imagine with so many foreign visitors, like Jeju has to adapt to adapt services as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. Transportation is one big area they are making changes to. So Jeju is quite difficult to travel without a car. But, ironically, many visitors, especially younger people, don't rent cars. They're what Koreans call 뚜벅이 관광객 or walking tourists who rely on buses. So to help them, the Jeju Tourism Organization produced a 12-part video guide series explaining everything from bus transfers and, QR code payment systems to express buses, Wi-Fi usage at buses, and, even etiquette like colored seats for foreigners.
I feel so bad.
Oh.
James, I don't know if you're listening right now. James from London, if you're listening right now. So James is coming to Korea. And he was like, "Dad, I'm thinking about going to Jeju."
Oh, good.
And I was like, "Are you planning to drive?" He's like, "No." I was like, "You can't go to Jeju. You need to have a car."
No.
But now there's a good way to...
Yeah,
James,
come to Jeju.
go to Jeju.
There are so many. Yeah, go to Jeju. There are so many ways to travel, even without a car. Bad SJ.
I'm
You need to do your research, SJ.
I apologize on behalf of
Yeah.
myself. No one else to blame. So again, it's like a crash course on how to ride a bus in Jeju.
Yes. So for people like James, like foreigners visiting Jeju, and it even maps out routes from the airport to Seogwipo, or how to reach hotspots like Udo, Hamdok, or Seongsan Ilchulbong. All are all famous spots in Jeju. And I think it's great they collaborated with local university students as well to make the content more appealing to younger foreign travelers. So they really used a lot of local infrastructure. And our producer is saying like the bus system is really good in Jeju Island, that he always uses a bus when he visits the island. And you do have to walk, but the scenery is very good.
Well, I mean, he goes there to walk though. He does the hiking.
Yeah, but like you have to take a bus to the hiking spot.
He should walk.
All around the island?
Yes.
That would be fun.
Just you gotta hike anyways. Why just walk a little bit more, But I wonder though, do foreigners actually use the buses a lot?
Increasingly, yes. Last year, for the first time, more than 30% of foreign tourists used city buses. And now it's even easier because just this month, Jeju-do became the first place in South Korea where you can tap and pay bus fares directly with your Visa card or smartphone wallet. No special transit card needed.
What?
Yeah.
That's pretty good, James. I apologize again. That's number 2. I might apologize more than twice today. So a game changer for a lot of the foreign visitors, and it's one less thing to figure out.
Yeah, exactly. And whether you're from the United States, Japan, Europe, you can just tap the same Visa card you use back home. And officials hope it makes public transport more accessible and helps bring visitors into local shopping areas too, not just the touristy ones.
All right, we're going to be hearing more about what foreign tourists are doing on Jeju after a short song break. This is Kyuhyun singing news from 삼다도 소식. And that was Kyuhyun with news from Samdado 소식. Do you play the ukulele?
No, I don't know how to play the ukulele.
That was one instrument I really wanted to learn.
I heard it's easy.
If you play the guitar, it's easy.
I know how to play a few chords on the guitar.
I know how to play a few. I knew how to play. What is it? Jason Mraz song. I'm yours. That's it. I didn't teach myself how to play the guitar. I taught myself how to play songs,
Okay.
and that's it.
I wanted to learn how to play the guitar, but my hands were too small,
Oh, really?
so I couldn't play like the D chord, and that was the end of my guitar career.
I can't do anything with my left hand. It's my left hand is dumb, so like I'm not musically talented. We've been talking about the increased number of foreign visitors in Jeju and how the island is trying to make traveling easier for them. Beyond buses and shopping, though, like what else are there for foreign tourists to experience there?
So one standout is at Seongsan Ilchulbong, or Sunrise Peak, which is a UNESCO World Natural Heritage Site. Have you visited there before?
No,
You haven't.
no.
You should go with your family this time.
With my 17-month-old daughter?
You carry her.
No, no, no.
You know, actually, I haven't been up there either.
What is wrong with you?
So, like, I remember our family went there, and my dad said, I don't want to hike today. Let's just take a photo in front of the gates, and that's what we did.
No, it's like one of those like a must visit, very touristy place to do.
Yeah.
But like I like to avoid touristy stuff.
But like foreigners, if they go, they might want to visit.
Technically,
and,
I'm a foreigner, but yeah.
Yes, you should go then. Starting this month, there's a free guided walking program for foreigners led by environmental interpreter with simultaneous English translation as well. And the English translation I found out was done by none other than a reporter from Arirang, according to the news article.
Who that?
I can't remember the name.
Wait.
remember-
Arirang news reporter?
I just remember the article said Arirang reporter Kim Teng.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If there's any translation mistakes, you know who to blame. What do they cover on the tour?
So everything from Jeju-do Island's volcanic geology to its ecosystems, local culture and history. The walk goes from Sumapo through the free section of Seongsan Ilchulbong to Ojongge. It's a small group, about 10 people, so it's going to be personal and interactive. And if you want a more guided tour, this might be for you.
Okay, it sounds very educational.
It is, and it's part of a push towards sustainable tourism, making sure visitors appreciate the heritage while protecting it. And then here's another unexpected tourism field Jeju is pushing for. Can you guess what it is?
No.
Okay. I didn't expect you to be able to guess it. It's medical tourism.
In Jeju?
Yeah, that's another big development. Foreign patients visiting Jeju-do for medical services jumped 221% in a single year, from about 6,800 in 2023 to over 21,000 in 2024. So Jeju is branding itself as an international medical tourism hub, combining treatment with healing stays, which makes sense because Jeju has great scenery. So after reading this, I was like, oh yeah, you know what? That actually makes sense.
Oh, this is really surprising.
Yeah,
I'm not
it
gonna
is.
lie. I've never thought Jeju of a place for medical tourism.
But it's a great place to heal.
Oh, it definitely is.
Yeah.
No, it really is. I'm not just pushing this because my way of saying sorry for not bringing in more tourists with the whole bus story, but it really is healing.
Yeah.
I don't like driving too much, but even just driving down the coastlines of Jeju is so healing.
Exactly. Everywhere you look, it's just so nice.
Yeah.
And even when it's foggy or rainy, the island still looks majestic.
No, it really does. So not just hospitals, Angela, but the whole tourism ecosystem around wellness, right?
Yes, exactly. So the governor of Jeju emphasized that it has to balance medicine and tourism and not just be commercial. So if you have any worries about that, don't be. Jeju even held an international medical tourism business fair, inviting buyers and hosting seminars to attract more patients from abroad.
Okay, now with so many foreigners, though, are there any challenges?
Yes, and Jeju-do is addressing them head on. For example, foreign visitors sometimes run into misunderstandings about local rules. It's inevitable. Things like jaywalking,
Probably New Yorkers.
smoking in public. littering. Yeah. So Jeju-do police recently created Korea's first ever multilingual guidance flyers in Korean, English, and Chinese.
So no fines.
Yes.
But guidance.
Yeah. I mean, it would be pretty bad experience if you got fined while on a vacation, right? But so here, what they're doing is they're called basic order leaflets, reminding people about safety and etiquette while traveling the island. But they've also stepped up enforcement where it's needed. Earlier this year, during a 100-day campaign, they caught over 4,000 violations, which is 10 times higher than last year, which also explains the need for these, multilingual guidance flyers.
Or fines. Teach them a
Maybe.
lesson with fines. Financial punishment. That shows both but the good and the complicated side of global tourism.
Yes, exactly. And Jeju-do is working to strike a balance, welcoming more international visitors while keeping the island safe and enjoyable for the residents as well.
That's right. To sum things up here, Jeju isn't just beaches and tangerines and...
Although it still is.
It is. I mean, it's a big part, to be honest with you. But it's global tourism hub with bus guides. I'm sorry. Visa tap to pay, UNESCO nature tours, and even medical services.
Yes,
That's crazy.
And with over 7 million visitors already this year, Jeju is really proving it can adopt to new kinds of tourism while keeping its charm. So, James, go to Jeju. SJ, take your family.
Now I'm going to be driving, though.
Yeah, it's good to drive.
I'm going to be driving.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to be rolling down where our producer's probably like waiting for the bus.
And just wave by
And
him.
you're like, how many more minutes till the bus come? And then run away and just drive away. Angela, thank you so much.
This is a chaotic one today.
Our producer said, let's have dinner together. I'm going to be far away from where he is.
He's gonna be able to go by bus and drink, and you're gonna have to
I'm
be
gonna-
able to drink wine.
Angela, thank you so much for a tidbit today. Have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Sending around to the studio, let's take a listen to a song here from Yunha with Wish, 물의 여행. The Culture Egg. We're not listed on the stock exchange, but the value of K-Culture to the moon.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our weekdays coffee break. Today's tidbit, and joining us in the studio is Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Hello, SJ.
Angela, we had a question in from
Yes.
Sukasa.
Okay.
Who asked, what kind of student were you in school?
In high school,
What about first elementary school? What kind of student were you? Were you
I don't remember.
okay? Middle school. Okay, fine. High school.
High school, I was, just the quiet kid.
But got the grades.
No, I didn't really get good grades.
So what?
I was just like,
Well, hold on. Time out. By not good grades, does that mean like A minus? You're talking about the Korean standards?
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I got a 90 out of 100.
Oh my goodness.
But that was considered good in my class. And also, among the other kids, I was actually more of I didn't really listen to the teacher, but very quietly. I would just go home.
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't like school. I hated high school.
Really?
Yeah, and then I went into university.
You went to university undergrad and graduate.
Yeah, because once I went to university college, I realized I like studying.
That is so weird.
Yeah, so I didn't like high school. I liked, the college environment. I
And
liked reading.
And guys, she went to a really, really good colleges, like universities.
I-
the Sky Universities. S plural.
you hate people with S. You don't like people who went to S.
Yes, it's true. The snooze. The snooze. But I always say I went to S University to everybody.
Yeah.
So, they just don't ask. They just go, oh, really? You went to S University? I was like, yeah, S did also. Yeah, nah. And then I just don't go further than that.
Technically, I didn't go to S there.
You went to Y?
Yeah, I did go to Y.
You didn't go to S?
For my grad school. But
Yeah, that's still going. That's good too. Some people can't even go. The only time I got to SNU was when I went there for something else,
Oh, okay.
just to visit.
No, but like, I just liked studying. I realized I liked studying once I graduated high school. And while I was in high school, I hated school.
I never got that realization ever. Never, ever.
And if I got paid for studying, I would study.
Interesting.
Yeah,
But you know what they say? You know what parents always say is studying is the easiest.
it is.
I mean, once you get into the work life,
It really
it's
is.
tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. So that's the kind of student. Hate the kind of students that she was. Quiet, getting the grades, going to all the universities, and just going, I was a bad student. Gosh. What's our tidbit today?
Well, my question for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what day it is today?
Today's Thursday,
Yes, it is.
August 21st.
100, A plus SJ.
Thank you.
No, it's
New York City education for you right there.
it's also World Senior Citizens Day.
Oh,
Bet you didn't know that.
did you get cake for our producer?
You're really you're really pushing it, SJ.
Yes. You gotta throw that curveball there sometimes.
Yeah, every year on August 21st, people around the world pause to honor and reflect on the contributions of older generations through World Senior Citizens Day, and I don't think that includes our producer.
No, it's okay. He's not yet there. He's not there yet.
You're on your way there.
I'm on my way there. Sure enough, I'm gonna be a senior citizen. But I honestly didn't know there was a specific day just for seniors. Like, how did this start though?
So the origins actually go back to the U.S. former President Ronald Reagan. Proclaimed it in 1988, and by 1991 the United Nations had made it official as World Senior Citizens Day, and the idea was not only to celebrate seniors' contributions, but also to raise awareness of challenges like elder abuse, health decline, and economic insecurity.
Because he was a senior citizen too when he became a president.
Yeah, that is true.
That's so you gotta recognize his people.
Yeah.
It is meaningful though. If you look at what the day is for,
Yes.
right? So it's both a celebration and a reminder of responsibility.
Exactly. And, it feels especially timely here in South Korea because, did you know that just last year, the number of Koreans aged 65 and over passed 10 million?
I did know
for
that.
the first time in
I
history.
did
You
know that. Yeah,
did.
we are a super age society now officially, but 10 million it is a big number if you consider the fact that there's the whole population of Seoul
Yeah.
is 10 million. But how many people in total though?
So that is out of about 51.8 million people.
20%.
Yeah, that means nearly 20% of the entire Korean population is already 65 or older. And to put it simply, 1 in every 5 Koreans is now a senior citizen.
Again, we are a super age society now. We've hit that so far. But it is a pretty big shift in demographics.
Yes, and it's not just the number themselves, but the speed. In 2021, there were 8.7 million seniors, then 9.1 million in 2022, 9.6 million in 2023, and now over 10 million in 2024. So that is a massive increase in just a few years.
No, that is a huge increase.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But what about the younger population?
So that is also the concerning part. The youth population, those under 15, is only about 5.4 million. So we already have almost double the number of seniors compared to children. And the working age population, which is between 15 and 64, has also been shrinking very steadily.
So fewer people working, more people retiring. This is not good for the economy.
Exactly. And economists call this the dependency ratio. Basically, how many young or elderly people each 100 working age adults need to support. And in South Korea, that number is going up fast as, the number of seniors increasing. Last year, each 100 working age people had to support about 43 dependents. Within those, the burden from seniors just keeps on rising for South Korea.
So I think that's the one thing that we don't talk too much about when we talk about like the super aging society and the declining birth rate and things like that, because all of this means that this is a whole lot of social and financial pressure.
Exactly. So pensions, healthcare, housing, caregiving, all of these costs rise. And on the personal level, many families are already feeling the strain of supporting elderly parents while raising their own kids.
So how is this playing out in daily life though?
One visible trend is the sharp rise in senior households. About 1/3 of all households now include at least one senior, and single elderly households have increased by nearly 50% in the past 5 years. Many live alone due to longer lifespans or because they've lost their spouses.
And this is the other issue at hand is the loneliness factor,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
We talked about it a few weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly.
And, loneliness is also in the elderly. It's linked to poor health and depression. And, that's why community support and welfare programs are so important. As we talked about last time, the Seoul's efforts to combat loneliness. Exactly, yeah. That's why those are so important.
So this, to me, what started off as, Senior Citizens Day today, now we're talking about a major challenge for the entire country now.
Yes, it is. So demographers warn that without action, South Korea's population pyramid will keep flipping upside down by the year 2100, which is now more closer than you think. Some forecasts even suggest the total population could shrink by as much as 85%. Let that sink in for a moment.
You know what's crazy is, I forget, we interviewed him on Korea Now some years ago.
Yes, I remember.
The professor who said Korea is going to be the first country that's going to go extinct.
Yeah.
If you look at data like this, it doesn't seem like it's impossible, but it is quite shocking.
Yes, and, meaning the population would go from 51 million today to, maybe just 7 or 8 million in the far future and even, extinct. That is very shocking. And then the age structure would look like a cobra, which is like very narrow across all generations with the older age group still dominating to, give you a visual representation of stuff.
Like the cobra head.
Yes.
Sounds like something that could reshape every part of the society.
Absolutely, which is why World Senior Citizens Day is more than symbolic. It's a reminder to plan ahead, and good thing the Korean government is taking this all into account.
All right, we're talking about the aging society, ladies and gentlemen. You guys don't think you guys are going to get old, right? That day is going to come. We're going to be all old, too. We're going to take a listen to a song here from Christopher and Chungha with When I Get Old. And Chungha singing When I Get Old.
Which happens to everyone.
Have you ever thought about that? Like, what would I be if I was old? No?
I always thought I would. Never mind.
What? Everybody, I hope you get very, very old. Live till very, very old, Angela, before you say anything. I hope you live till like 100.
Oh, no, I don't want to.
Judging by your lifestyle, you'll probably live to about 100,
I hope not.
She goes, what are you having for dinner? I was like, I don't know. I'll probably have some microwave pie. She goes, I'm going to have peaches. I'm like, peaches? She's like, peaches and wine. I was like, peaches?
Peaches and burrata.
Oh my goodness. That's coming from someone who's going to live to 100. We've been talking about South Korea's aging society, but what is Korea doing to prepare for this aging wave? I mean, surely,
Yes.
with all the things that we're talking about, there's got to be some good news.
Yeah, so, the first half was a bit morbid, but there is some good news. The government is expanding elderly welfare in multiple ways. For instance, there's the basic pension for low-income seniors, a long-term care insurance for those with dementia or stroke, and senior housing projects like public rental apartments designed specifically for older residents. All of this wasn't here before, which is actually quite shocking, but now, they're getting a hand of it.
I think this is important.
Yes.
Long-term care insurance for dementia or stroke, but just care in general. At least what the U.S. I think things are going to change soon. But
The U.S. had.
I want to put an asterisk there. Had if you had like dementia or need care, it was fully provided. At least that, and so. There's also a growing number of dementia patients here in Korea, so I think this is really important. But what else?
Transportation benefits. Traditionally seniors in South Korea had free subway rides, but starting this year, pilot programs are expanding to include buses and commuter trains in some regions. So the idea is to keep seniors mobile and socially active.
Very important.
Yes.
Okay, very important here. It's not just about giving free rides. It's for them to be active.
Yes, and also there are like scientific articles relating, like the more active you are, the less you get dementia actually.
Yes.
Yes, because you're, making your brain active, you're interacting with the world. So it's very important, these things.
Absolutely. It is a smart move, and of course it does prevent isolation as well.
Yes. Another new policy is expanded dental insurance for implants. Until now, insurance only covered 2 implants, but by late 2025, seniors can get up to 4 implants covered, and the eligible age drops from 65 to 60.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that's huge for improving quality of life.
My mom's been talking about implants and how she didn't get enough. Well, she had implant stuff in the U.S.
In the US.
But she needs a little bit more. I was like, Ma, I'll pay for it. But now she might be covered.
Yeah, she might be.
Oh, very nice. This is good. Eating well.
Yes.
This is very important for senior citizens. You have to get a lot of protein.
Yes.
You lose a lot of muscle when you get old. So eating well, crucial for health.
And I also learned recently, actually, like chewing, the reason you need to chew a lot, it actually activates your brain. So again, lesser, probability of getting dementia or, other brain-related diseases.
So, you can tell from my weight I chew a lot. Am I not gonna...
I was actually told this from my dentist because I drink a lot. I drink a lot of smoothies. Like
That's bad.
I don't like chewing. It's so time consuming. So time consuming.
I've never seen anyone say chewing is time consuming.
It's eating is sometimes good, but yeah, eating is crucial for health.
Yes.
Yes, and beyond medical care, local governments are rolling out senior welfare cards that give discounts at cultural venues, stores, even gyms, though the benefits vary by region, so seniors need to check out what's available in their own city.
Now, big question here. How can they check?
So they can visit local administrative offices or community centers or, even just make a phone call, as seniors may not be so used to looking up information on their smartphone or their internet. But community centers also provide short classes for seniors, so, they can be more internet and technology friendly.
Oh, very nice. It's good that the government is actually making sure that the quality of life doesn't decrease for the elderly.
Right. And, of course, there are pilot programs for community-based integrated care, which means seniors can get rehab, nursing, and meal support at home instead of being forced into facilities. And I thought this is also very important.
Yeah, seniors don't want to go to care facilities.
Yeah.
They think of it as like going there to die is what it is.
Yeah.
So my late grandfather on my mom's side, he just refused to go, even though he had dementia, and it was tough for everybody. But again, this would help people with age, with dignity and familiar surroundings, right?
Exactly. And, there are also new housing models. For instance, in Jeju-do Island, they've built Korea's first senior welfare housing complex, complete with barrier-free design, shared dining halls, social spaces. So the focus is both on physical support and emotional well-being.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's very good.
Because, aging isn't about just, surviving longer. It's also about living well, staying connected to your surroundings and also, feeling respected. It's all about dignity, really.
Yeah, and I think, especially nowadays, there is not that kind of respect that you would see with the elders as much as you would before.
Yes.
And respect is very important.
Yeah, and, that's why, days like today matter. World Senior Citizens Day isn't just about seniors themselves, but also about reminding younger generations that aging is something we all eventually face. Yes, so respect your elders. And, maybe today is a good chance to check in with the seniors in your life, your parents, your grandparents, your even neighbors, or maybe our producer.
I don't see him. I don't see him.
He's not here?
Oh, he's over there.
Yeah, show some appreciation. A simple phone call or a visit can make a world of difference for, the people around you.
That's right. Speaking of not chewing, Chris Rhodes reminds me of bodybuilders who blend chicken to drink instead of eat it. That's just to absorb quicker is what it is. That's...
Oh, are you referring to
I don't
me?
think Angela's doing that to be a bodybuilder. she's just lazy. Our producer says he's so tired, he's so sleepy. That's what old people say. They're like, oh, I'm so sleepy.
Do you want early retirement, SJ?
They go to sleep at like 7 p.m.
Do you want early retirement?
No, I don't. Stop it. Don't say the word. That's the most feared word amongst freelancers. 개편. Reshuffle.
Maybe I'll be sitting there.
Oh, snap. Did you say you didn't want to live long?
No, I'm younger, so you never know.
Angela, get out of the studio. Thank you so much for the tidbits. Have a fantastic one. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Sending her out of the studio. Let's take a listen to a song here from IU with Love Letter.
The Culture Inc. We're not listed on the stock exchange, but the value of K-Culture to the moon.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our Friday's coffee break. Today's tidbit, and joining us in the studio, Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Hi, SJ.
Angela.
You've been missing your timing since yesterday.
No, someone's doing different. Someone's doing something different right now.
What?
It used to be like still on. The mic used to be on the whole time, and now they put it down and they put it back, or they only give it to you or something like that. It's not my fault.
Really?
It's not my. But the listeners don't know. Okay, so I thought. So someone told me.
Yes.
What was it? Nyantu told me. Sukasa means wings,
Oh.
right? But like this wings. I was thinking chicken wings, right?
Oh my god.
So I was like, what's spicy sukasa? Spicy wings, but chicken wings is different.
Tsukasa.
But I don't want to read what chicken wings is in Japanese. You know
What
why?
is it? Why?
It sounds like a bad word.
What does it
in
sound
Korean? This is what my wife calls me because you know I'm a T. I'm a. Don't read it out loud. It sounds like a naughty word in Korean.
Really?
Yeah. So you know I'm a T.
Yes.
I'm a T. And sometimes I would say stuff to my wife that I probably shouldn't say, like things like.
It's the Japanese pronunciation and the English writing out of it is different.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know how to read.
Japanese.
But then this word, it sounds like a naughty word.
It's more like 字.
Oh, that's what it
Yeah.
is? But
Zi.
it still sounds like a naughty word.
No, okay.
I don't know. There's a lot of Japanese words that sound very naughty in like bad words in Korean, so I'm not gonna.
You know, like a lot of Korean words can sound bad in English as well.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not gonna get. I'm not gonna get.
Like like you.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Let's just say we're not allowed to play size champion at this time to time. Anyways, what are we going to talk about today?
So yesterday I asked you, do you know what day it is today?
Yes.
Today.
And I said Thursday yesterday.
Today I'm going to ask you, do you know what day it is tomorrow and not Saturday?
The 23rd. August 23rd. I don't know. What is there like a day for every single day?
Almost.
Oh my goodness. What's tomorrow?
It is Choso.
Choso is
Yes.
when. Is it like the start of like autumn or something, or like it's supposed to get cooler?
Close. Start of autumn is 입추.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, it's like literally getting
Oh,
into...
I know what it is. 처 as in 처진다, to go down. 서 as in like heat.
No.
So is the heat going down from now on? No? What is it?
In Korean, 처서 literally means 가을 바람이 시작하는 날, which means the day fall wind starts to blow.
It better blow tomorrow or else, you know.
It's very poetic, don't you think?
Oh, yes.
It's one of Korea's 24 solar terms that marks the changing of the seasons.
가을 바람이 시작하는 날. Tomorrow.
What is it with today? Everyone is like speaking very low. And
Who else is doing that?
in the archive
Oh, did
today.
they do that? I just heard like girly voices from Ajon.
I was hearing girly voices and very deep voices, and I put on my earphones.
So, let's talk about the 24 solar terms. What are the 24 solar terms?
The 24 solar terms, or torgi in Korean, are part of a traditional calendar system that came from ancient China. They divide the solar year into 24 points, each about 15 days apart, based on the sun's movement. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know this.
Yeah, so these points were used across East Asia, Korea, Japan, and Vietnam too, as a way for agrarian societies to keep track of seasonal changes.
So it was basically weather forecasting before weather forecasts actually began.
Exactly. Think about it. So back then, people relied on the lunar calendar, which followed the moon. And that was useful for knowing dates, but it didn't match the seasons very well. So imagine trying to farm rice, but not knowing when the rainy season starts
Right.
or, when frost is coming. That's not good, right? So the solar terms fix that problem by anchoring the calendar to the sun. So instead of just knowing it's the 5th day of the lunar month, farmers could say, oh, today is Mangjong, and Mangjong is roughly June 6th, the time to sow seeds.
That also sounds like a not so good word, but so in a way, it was both science.
Yes.
It was both science and culture at the same time.
Yes, and it is officially recognized as well. UNESCO even listed the 24 solar terms as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity, and Korea has been using it since at least the Joseon dynasty, when farmers realized lunar months alone weren't enough for agriculture.
Ooh, okay. So let's go back to what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is Choseon,
Yes.
or as we say, the day fall wind starts to blow.
I don't know, I don't like the deep voice today.
It sounds better if you have a earpiece on. But what makes it so special?
So Choseon falls around August 22nd or 23rd for this year's case, right after Ipchu, the start of autumn. While Ipchu signals autumn on the calendar, Choseon is when, people usually really start to feel the shift.
Yeah.
Traditionally, this was the time when the sweltering summer humidity, finally gave way to cooler nights. Crickets began to chirp instead of cicadas, and rice paddies turned golden. Again, a very poetic image.
It is very poetic. Should I read that in a poem? No. So it's basically the Choseon magic, basically.
Yes. That's the modern nickname people give to the sudden coolness that arises right after this solar term. After weeks of unbearable heat, people describe it like magic when the air shifts overnight. And in fact, in 2018, during one of Korea's worst heat waves, a typhoon hit exactly on the day of Choseon and swept away the heat dome. And everyone said, Choseon magic saved us. But, this isn't new.
What do you mean it's not new?
So there are even Korean proverbs like, if it rains on Choseon, the rice in your jar will run out. Basically, too much rain during this time meant a poor harvest. So yeah, this isn't new. Traditionally, a lot of rain fell on Choseon and it became cooler.
Yeah, so it is just because remember, in about less than 2 months from now, right, about a month and a half will be Chuseok.
Yes.
It's hot, fall harvest holiday, right? And so this is around when you go into the tail end of the harvest season.
Yes.
And if too much rain comes down, it's going to mess everything up.
Exactly.
So that's what it is. But as we've talked about on our show before, climate change and how it's messing up everything, which is why these days I don't really follow the 24 solar terms anymore. But I heard that the Choseon magic isn't real this year neither.
Yeah, it is a sad truth. In Daegu today, it was actually 36 degrees Celsius. It was really hot in Seoul as well. And, climate change, as you mentioned, has made weather patterns less predictable. And like last year, this year, forecasts are saying that, Choseon might arrive, but the heat will linger longer than usual, and it will be hot until next week even.
No, it's been hot. I mean, it's a heat wave right now for sure. And I was hoping to really get the Choseon magic because I want that heat to kind of, go down at least I don't know, 5 degrees. That's all I ask. 5 degrees.
That's a lot, actually.
I know, but it's so hot right now.
It is.
It's like 34, 35 degrees right now. So, I mean, it's 5 degrees asking too much. 30 is hot too, but...
everyone after Ipchu, it was slightly cooler after Ipchu this year.
It was.
Yeah.
Very briefly.
Yeah, it was it was about 29, 30 degrees and everyone was like, oh, it's so cold. It's almost fall.
Yeah.
And it became hotter again. And, but it's disappointing that the Choseon magic isn't real this year. And, maybe that's why people romanticize it so much, It's not guaranteed, but when it does happen, it feels like a gift from nature.
But Choseon is only one of the 24 solar terms.
Yes.
Which other ones are especially famous in Korea?
There are several, but I'll give you a couple of examples after the song break.
All right, here we go. Let's take a listen to a song here from Jida with featuring Rachel Lim with Autumn Breeze. Oh man, Jida featuring Rachel Lim with Autumn Breeze.
I wish the autumn breeze would blow soon.
I love autumn. I've always said this. Autumn is my favorite season, and you get barely any. You get no autumn. You get maybe 2 weeks.
I like Choseon.
The what?
I just like the day Choseon because it also has. They call Choseon 구름 뭐지? 귀뚜라미 구름 타고 내려오고.
처서?
Yes.
So limit of heat is what they said.
So like that's the literal
Yeah.
한문.
That's what I thought it was. That's why I kept on saying like,
Yeah.
using that.
But like each of these days, they have like, poetic phrases that come
Yes.
with them, and I think that's very
The
pretty.
next one, you know what the next one is?
백로.
Pengno sounds like a soldier brand, but it means white dew. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Hanlo, that's another soldier name. Sounds like a soldier name. Cold dew. Is that why that the frog, the toad,
Yeah.
the company,
Yeah.
J-Ro?
Yeah.
Is that dew?
Yeah,
Is that
probably,
what they...
yeah, probably. Makes sense. Real dew.
Oh.
They're talking about the real deal you drink.
Oh, you're drinking the real deal if you're drinking the frog. Oh my goodness, I'm learning new things here. We talked about the 24 solar terms. Choseol is tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. What are some other solar terms besides? Let's talk about the other
So
Choseol.
first, there's Ipchun, the beginning of spring. It usually falls on February 4th in Korea. People used to write 입춘대길 건양다경, which means great fortune in spring, many blessings ahead. Have you seen this?
입춘대길 건양 타경.
Yes, they write that on paper and paste it to their doors for good luck. It was like a seasonal New Year's charm, and my grandmother actually still does it.
I feel like among the 24 solar terms, the one that like people talk about the most is 입춘.
Yeah, because like they've been waiting for
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So this one, like I've heard about so much. So this was both spiritual and seasonal.
Exactly. And then another one is Haji, the summer solstice.
I hear that too.
Yes, that's the longest day of the year, around June 21st. And back in the day, communities in Korea would hold rituals by rivers or mountains, offering food and, even holding communal feasts because, the daylight is long. You have extra time. Why not, celebrate
This
it?
is like universally celebrated,
Yeah,
no?
it is. It's fascinating because in Europe, the same day is also celebrated with midsummer festivals. Maybe you've heard about, there's actually a film called Midsommar. So like in Sweden, they celebrate it a lot with, maypoles. And there are like a lot of folklore about dreams or future lovers. So yeah, it's a universal thing.
Do you know what North Koreans' favorite solar term is of the 24?
I don't
Do you know about this?
I don't. You're going to make another aje joke, aren't you?
동지.
You're going to do that. I should have seen that coming.
Let's talk about 동지.
I walked into that one. Yes, there's Dongji, the winter solstice, opposite of Haji.
Yes.
And that's December 21st or December 22nd, depending on the day. It's the shortest day of the year. And in Korea, people eat red bean porridge on Dongji, because they believe it drives away evil spirits. In general, they believe red bean is bad for the ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even today, many households will cook it as, winter ritual. My mother always calls me on Dongji and asks if I had red bean porridge. Do you eat it?
I'm not a big fan, but my mom really likes it.
Oh.
Really, really likes it. So I have to explain to our non-Korean listeners out there why I just did a dad joke, aje joke. 동지 again.
Yes, it's the winter solstice, but also
In North Korea,
comrade.
comrade.
It's comrade.
동지 is comrade.
Yes.
Everyone calls everyone 동지. And so I said, what is North Korea's favorite 24 solar term? 동지. Comrade.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole year is mapped by the sky,
Yes,
basically.
exactly. And, the solar terms made time feel tangible. Instead of abstract months, people lived by rhythms they could see, the sound of frost, the length of shadows, the first frost. These are all actually names of the 24 solar terms.
No, it's beautiful. I actually had a list of all this. And then the way that it's described in English is just beautiful.
Can you go up to spring?
Spring?
Yeah, so like, 우수 is rainwater. It's when the first rain falls, spring rain falls. And then 경칩 is awakening of insects. So everything, just awakens. You can hear the, birds spring.
yeah.
It's very poetic.
No, it is very poetic. It really is. And I was just, I learned something new today, 로.
Yay.
It means dew. Now
Today's tidbit is useful.
I'm
I'm
gonna
glad.
drink some truthful deal today. I don't know. But how do Koreans connect these with solar terms today, though? Because this was used back then.
Yeah, but it's still, the traditions I mentioned are still pretty prevalent.
Right.
It might sound unfamiliar to foreigners, but, even nowadays you'll hear them mentioned in weather reports. People will say, the announcers will say, today's Yipchu, the start of autumn. And older people, like my grandma, will say it should be cooler since Choseol passed. And, even if people don't farm anymore, the terms give us a way to mark the season. I think it's pretty used a lot even now.
Yeah, and it's kind of like how people in the West still talk about like the equinox
Yes.
and the solstice and stuff.
Exactly. So here's a fun fact. Unlike Western astronomy, which defines time as a single moment, East Asian tradition saw time as an interval. So Choseol, like for example, Choseol isn't just a date; it's a whole period when he gradually retreats until the next solar term. And that's why each term lasts about 2 weeks, and each was further divided into 3 pentats. So in total, there were 72 mini seasons in a year. So it's a little more than the traditional 4 spring, summer, fall, and winter. And also, fun fact, Western astronomy and the 24 solar terms roughly match. So I think Ipchun was the start of the Aries, and yeah, it matches.
Wow. I'm sure it'll match, right? I mean, again, but this is cool. I didn't think of it as 72 mini seasons in a year, though.
And each pentat had names like First Thunder, Wild Geese Arrive, Ice Melts, Peach Blossoms. It's very poetic, as I keep on mentioning. So, imagine living in sync with those signs of nature. And in Korea, some of these rhythms still survive in food and traditions.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, again, Choseol, and I'm sure with some of the major solar terms, we'll talk about it here at Coffee Break, today's Tidbit. Angela, thank you so much for today's Tidbit. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you Monday.
See you on Monday.
All right, setting out of the studio, let's take a listen to a song here from Big Bang with Still Life, 봄, 여름, 가을, 겨울.